On her 16th birthday, Michelle Wilson gets the car she's always wanted. Like any parent of a teenager, Michelle's mom was a little worried about her daughter's newfound freedom.
And it wasn't so much that I worried about her driving, it was everybody else. I mean, because I felt that I had taught her well. I felt she was very responsible.
It was a premonition with a devastating outcome. On a quiet March day in 2004, on this narrow, winding country road in Sumner County, the afternoon peace was shattered by the sound of crunching metal and breaking glass.
Two vehicles that were extensively damaged. We could see that they were all young folks, teenagers. We knew we had 3 fatalities on the scene.
According to the Tennessee Highway Patrol, the driver of a blue Chevy Cavalier, 18-year-old David McGee, was traveling at about 80 miles an hour when he crested a hill. That's when he hit Michelle Wilson's silver Nissan Maxima head-on.
When they come over the crest, we believe one of them was in the other one's lane. They try to avoid each other, and they hit at an angle.
David McGee died at the scene, as did 17-year-old Robert Dunbar and 15-year-old Heather Brewitt, who were both in David's car. The driver of the other vehicle, 16-year-old Michelle Wilson. Troopers said she did nothing wrong that day. She was driving the speed limit on her way to an after-school job, but fate was not on her side.
She just literally was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Could have been you, could have been me.
Incredibly, Michelle survived the initial impact but died 6 days later at Vanderbilt Medical Center.
She only had 2 organs that were keeping her alive. Everything else was damaged beyond repair.
Michelle Wilson may have been happy-go-lucky in life, but her mom says when it came to driving, she was very responsible.
Had she not been responsible, I'd never let her drive. You know, that's just a message that I want to give to all the parents. If you don't feel that your teenager's ready to drive, then by all means don't let them go take the test.
In a cruel twist of fate, one of David McGee's closest friends says he had begged David to slow down.
I always told him, man, you need to slow down because you're scaring people. And he said, okay, man, all right. And every time I rode with him, he slowed down.
But David didn't slow down that fateful day. In fact, authorities say he was speeding at a high rate as he came up this hill. It's a tragic situation that is repeated all too often. Motor vehicle crashes are the leading cause of death for teenagers. Inexperience behind the wheel is the leading cause of teenage crashes. And last year in Tennessee, nearly 150 teenagers between 16 and 19 years old were killed in traffic accidents.
You give a kid a 4,000-pound automobile and a gas card and a set of keys and say, now go be responsible. It's not going to happen.
It's a rite of passage that can have fatal consequences. Speed, distractions, inexperience all combine to turn a teenager's dream into a parent's worst nightmare. Michelle Wilson's mom is still living that nightmare, and she says she just can't forgive the other teenage driver.
I know I should, but I just can't forgive him for it. I was not ready to let her go. And Michelle was the one thing that nobody could ever take from me. But he did.